Hey, welcome, chat. Welcome. I hope you've been doing good. I just had such a long day today. And you know what? It's finally time to wind down with some NES games. We have a cool little program that I found a while back, but I just haven't made a video on it yet. And I was like, you know what? This has been sitting in my library for a good while now. That's called 3D Sin. This is on Steam. I'm amazed that this is on Steam because it is an emulation machine. And in the best kind of way, because it's very transformative. It is a very it's a very interesting work of art. I'll give it that. It literally emulates NES games and then turns them into 3D. And what more could you want out of this? This is exactly what we're looking for. I asked for this, and here it is. There's 3D NES games here to pick from. Now here's the thing. You can't just pick anything. You can make your own... What am I thinking here? You can make your own, like, profiles for the games. Because each one has a 3D profile that it has to use in order to display these games. You'll see what I mean here in a second. Like, say we choose Batman here. And then we go, you know what? I want to play baseball instead of Batman. Fuck Batman, let's play baseball. It's gonna look a little weird. It's gonna look just a little strange. Because we're not in the right profile. So you get the... Oh, coming up to the batter's mound, we have the amalgamation. Check it out. Here's the windup. And here's the pitch. Okay. So you see exactly what I mean. Things can get a little fucked up if we're not careful. But if we play the exact games... Uh-oh. Have I... Oh no, have I permanently assigned this to baseball? No, okay, we're good. Where's Batman? Batman Returns. Batman the video game. So here we go. Check this out. Now, if we... Okay, you know what? Bad example. Bad example. Let's just get into the game, because I feel like the title is just fucked up. And maybe the cutscenes are just fucked up. Yes! It was just the title and the cutscenes. Look, guys, it's impressive. I tell ya. I swear. Look at this. This is genuinely impressive. So it's just... What it's doing is it's assigning layers to each pixel. And that's creating the 3D image that you see. Now, I'm not doing too hot here. And that's a fast forward button. I gotta remember that the NES only has 2 fucking buttons on it, plus start and select. I was trying to pick my batarangs. But isn't this awesome? This is a really, really cool concept. And I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Sometimes I just like to sit down and play this 3D Sin emulator just so that I can experience some games that I have played before, but in a different way. I'm particularly a big fan of Burger Time, and I don't know if 3D Sin has Burger Time on it, but if it does, we're gonna play a shitload of Burger Time. But yeah, this is super cool, and I just wanted to share this with you. This is a lovely little program. But I feel like we're how do we escape? I feel like we're doing it a disservice not playing Super Mario Brothers on this, because that's like, when you think of the NES, you typically think of Super Mario Brothers or Zelda. Why the fuck is Flappy Bird on here? Goonies. The hell were they doing in the 80s, man? What the fuck? Okay, seriously. Where's Super Mario Brothers? There it is. Look at this. This one has had a lot of work put into it, if you couldn't tell already. There's animations on the bushes, there's animations on the clouds, animations on the title. It's just impressive to look at. You can rotate the camera with your right stick, and the demo can break. Can't believe you never saw the Goonies. I did. I saw the Goonies. I saw it had Chunk. It had the little dance that the fat kid does. It's been a long time since I've seen the Goonies, but the name is humorous now. Of course, of course. If you couldn't tell tonight, by the way, chat, I've been sedated. I decided to go and pick up a big bottle of the stress relief gummies, not weed. And I took one before stream, just one, because I was like, maybe 2 is too high a dose for me. And I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. This will wear off in the next 30 minutes. But it is helping to calm my brain to a point where I can think pretty efficiently. Pretty efficiently, because most of the time, my brain just goes, and then I can't really think about anything other than, like, the 50 things that are on my brain at the same exact time. 404 errors on the Wendy's website lets you play Burger Time as Wendy? That's awesome. That is actually sick. I love Burger Time. That is one of my favorite retro games. I hate that I have to call that a retro game. But, I mean, I guess it was whenever I was a kid, too. You know? Can't wait for it to wear off and you start tweaking live on air. You remember the Spelunky 2 VOD? A lot of people liked that one. That was like a particular tweaky night. Oops. So, the options tonight, there were so many. Guys, I get, like, stun-locked trying to figure out what I want to play for stream sometimes, because there's so many options. I own over 1,000 games on Steam. That is so many options. And, I was thinking about it tonight. I was like, man, I could do Spelunky 2. I was actually thinking about that. I have it downloaded. I could do Pac-Man Championship Edition 2. I could do Half-Life 2. There's a lot of 2s in there, you know? Zelda, Twilight Princess. There's just so many things to play. And I'm very happy that there's a lot of things to play. But I landed on this. And I think you get the idea for Mario Brothers, honestly. I just kind of started playing Mario Brothers there. That was really nice. Tetris is one that I feel would be interesting. But I'm more interested in the Tengen Tetris, which is like the what do you call it? Unlicensed version of Tetris? Oh, I guess I don't have Tengen Tetris. Wait a second, I might. NES ROM set? ROM hacks, prototypes, unlicensed games. USA. Tetris. Oh my god, there it is. Tengen, however you want to say it, Tetris. Wow. So this is a cool version of Tetris. But you guys want just silence? Pure silence? That's actually a really nice option to have. I actually really appreciate that. The classic song. Or it's pretty close to the classic. We have to at least clear, like, a line. Or get a Tetris. That would be really cool. I think I would like a line piece now. I think I would like a line piece, Mr. Tetris. Mr. Tetris, please. Mr. Tetris, please. Please, Mr. Tetris, I need a line piece. Tetris! I need a fucking line piece! Dude! Oh my god! You gotta be kidding me. I can't just quit after not getting a line. What the fuck was that? I only got 2 line pieces that whole game. So, one thing I do know about Tetris is that these old games, particularly the Game Boy and the NES games, they operate off of a system that is entirely randomized, which is really awesome. And I love that system, but they never brought it back. Now I think we do 7-bag, which is where they put 7 pieces in a bag and they randomize it from that. But I think you are allowed to get duplicates maybe once? I don't know for sure how that works. I just know that it's a very uniform thing now. But back then, pieces were just fucking random. Which, honestly, I like more. I think having the random pieces makes it more interesting. But, you know, what do I know? I'm not John Tetris. But Tetris is awesome. I love Tetris. And, again, you kind of get the idea. Take a look at this. Being able to see this in 3D is pretty damn cool. See the pieces fall and they keep their shape. Very, very cool. I think this is a super impressive one. But there's more to play. There is more. There's always more to play. Comrade Tetris. Every video game sequel is either God's gift to man or the worst thing ever made. And I love it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I love how many bad sequels there are, but aside from bad sequels, I love how many bad movie games there are. Bad licensed movie games. That's one of my favorite things. I need to play more shitty licensed movie games on stream. I think I own... Oh no, I did. I played the Burger King licensed game on stream. The one that they gave you for free in a Burger King meal. Well, one of them. Because they had like 3 of them. Let's see here. Punch-Out, Huznik, Metroid. You know, I'm not too well versed with Metroid. But fuck it, right? I should be I should be more well-versed in Metroid because these are good games. But, unfortunately, I just never really played them. I really, really should. I'm gonna increase the volume just a little bit on the NES games here. Ah! So here's one thing I know. You get the morph ball over here. This I do know. Hello, Meikou. Which games have you checked out so far? Batman on the NES? Tetris? And Super Mario Brothers. And now we're on Metroid. I definitely want to check out Burger Time if it's here, which I think it is. Ooh, I just rolled it back. Sorry, the buttons. I forget which buttons are B and A. Not the TV show B and A, but you know what I mean. Okay, I don't have bombs yet. Oh, and baseball. Baseball's kind of cheating because baseball is not. It doesn't actually have a profile on this. It looked like shit. Wow. 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 Okay, maybe this is why I've never picked up Metroid. Maybe this is why. Wow! Rotate the screen. What the fuck is that password? You see that? Okay, that's got to be a glitch with the 3D sprites. Destroy Ridley, motherfucker. I'll give it another shot. Oh, wait, I already have Morph Ball. Oh, you keep your items? That's probably good. That's probably... If I died in Metroid, which is such a long game, and I lost all my items, I think I'd be pissed. So, you know what? Maybe it's a good thing. Do I have auto fire? I do not remember this game having auto fire. Maybe I'm just wrong. I thought there was a charge blast. Will you take a look at the Battle Kid games too? Those are some of my favorite platformers ever. I've never heard of Battle Kid. If it has a profile on here, then you're in luck. But if it doesn't, it's probably gonna look like shit, and that'll be funnier. Sure, I'll check out Battle Kid. Man. Ooh, here we go, here we go. Here's some Morph Ball action. Look at this. Do you get diagonal aim, or you fucked? I do not get diagonal aim. This is not Super Metroid, which is another game I really need to play. I think after I finish up Twilight Princess and Half-Life 2, it might be a good idea for me to go back and play some older Super Nintendo games that I never beat. Like Super Metroid. I got very close to beating A Link to the Past when I was a kid. I loved A Link to the Past. I had that on both Super Nintendo and Game Boy. How do I quit again? There we go. It does have a profile. It looks pretty good. Battle Kid. Battle Kid. Battle Kid. There it is. Yeah, I've never heard of this. But apparently it's notable enough to be in this game. Battletoads, Battleship. Am I missing something here? Battle. Do I just not have it? Is this not an officially licensed game? Battle. Prototypes, homebrews, betas, officially licensed ROM hacks, unlicensed. Is it officially licensed? Wow, I guess I just don't have this? I can remedy this very quick. Don't worry, chat. I can remedy this in seconds. Battle Kid. Battle Kid. What the fuck is Battle Kid? Okay, chat, this game doesn't exist. It's a homebrew game. Hold on. I can remedy this very quick. Maybe. You know what? I'm not going to get haphazard. I'm not going to get haphazard yet. There is a chance we come back to this. And I don't want to, like, pick something up and not scan it right away. I could. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I was like, what is Battle Kid? I've never heard of that before. And it's weird to think that I've heard of, like, most of the... Oh my god. Most of the NES library. That's really weird. Burger Time, baby! Let me get into Burger Time real quick, because this... Whoo, this is the fucking Thunderdome right here. You don't even know. I spent so much time playing Burger Time and Root Beer Tapper? Root Beer Tapper, I believe it's called, when I was younger. I played a ton of these games. They were getting my ass ready for fast food service. Which, luckily, I've never had to do fast food service. And my heart goes out to those who do, because that shit is ass. Yeah, I'm really glad I've never had to do any sort of fast food work. We're making some quarter pounders now. Quarter pounders! Never played Link to the Past, but I played the 3DS remake. 3DS remake? You're talking about the 3DS sequel. Man, there was no remake. Got to the final boss but couldn't beat her. Yeah, you're talking about Link Between Worlds. That's a completely different game. Which is a really good game, by the way. That's a fucking fantastic game. I need to play more 3DS games on stream, but I also need to set up the 3DS 3DS streaming program that I used to use, because it's not working right now. I tried to get it working, but for some reason it's giving me trouble. A lot of trouble. Fuck you, I hit the salt button. Fuck you. I hit the fucking salt button! Motherfucker! Guys, I want to tell you a horrible story about slugs. And yes, this has to do with salt. I don't know how this used to happen, but slugs used to get into my room whenever I was a kid. Which is very strange, considering that my room wasn't really close to the outside. I mean, I had a window, but, like, I don't know how they kept getting in. Holy fucking shit, I just got Pac-Man'd. I had a window, but I don't know how these slugs kept getting in the house. And they kept getting in, they kept getting in, they kept getting in. And my dad, not knowing any better, not knowing that I was, like, a big softie and didn't like hurting things, was like, oh, well, why don't you just, you know, put some salt out? I was like, what's salt do? Does that prevent them from getting in? And he's like, yeah, it'll stop them. And I was like, okay, sure, I'll put salt down. I thought it was like a SpongeBob, like, bear circle type situation where you stand in the circle and then the bear can't get you, the sea bears. You know? No, not at all. This was much more horrifying. And I felt really bad whenever I figured out what the salt did. Because the slugs got into my house, inevitably. And then one of them stepped onto the salt and immediately retracted. Immediately was like, whoa, 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 holy shit! And then he started, like kind of, like, leaning into it. And then slowly just began to melt. Not like melt, but you know what salt does to slugs. It dries them out. And I'm sitting there the whole time, watching this slug fucking perish. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm like, what do I do? I don't want to hurt him. And I tried to go get, like, water to get the salt off. It's too late. It kills him so quick. And I felt horrible. I genuinely, like, I'm the type of person that if I find a bug in my house, and it's like a harmless little guy, you know, if it's like a stink bug or something, I'll just put him outside. I will literally pick him up with a paper towel or a cup or whatever, and I'll put them outside. If it's a spider, I let them be. Unless it's like a brown recluse. Those genuinely, like, those have to go, unfortunately. I don't like that has to happen, but there are certain bugs that, like, they're dangerous to keep around. And while a brown recluse, you know, while those are helpful and they get rid of other bugs, they also have venom that can, like, rot your hands and stuff if they bite you. So I cannot keep them around, unfortunately. But genuinely, I do try to save as many creatures as I can. Because I think they deserve to to stick around and live, even if they are considered to be pests. You know, if it's a wasp, I'm probably gonna get rid of a wasp. Those are, like, I don't want those in my house. But, you know, if it's a bee, if a bee got in the house, you're okay, dude. You're just trying to make honey. I gotta get you out of here. So you put sugar water out for the bee. You let him take a little sippy, and he lands, and you go, okay, cool. We're friends now. You're gonna take a little ride on my hand. Outside. Especially bees. Like, don't kill bees. If you can avoid killing a bee, you should avoid killing the bee. Because bees are so incredibly important. And, wow, this is like an activism stream now. What's going on? All I'm trying to say is that bugs deserve to live too. I don't like bugs. I am personally a person who fucking hates bugs, and I think they're gross and disgusting. But they deserve to live. That's all I'm trying to say. And it sucks. It sucks that so many people consider bugs to be these inferior life forms that just don't deserve to live. Because that's not true. Imagine if some galactic-sized motherfucker looked at you on the wall of their house and was like, what the fuck is that thing? Oh, God. Hey! Alright, get the swatter! Get this, oh, fucking little shit! Then what are you gonna do? What if you are, like, spider crawling on, like, I don't know, Lord Galacto's mansion? What's gonna happen? All I'm saying is, you know, all life deserves to be here, except for wasps. No, I'm sure wasps I'm sure they can contribute something to the world. I'm sure they do, but I don't like them. I can accept that I'm a little wasp prejudiced, but every other bug? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I take it back. Asian hornets. You need to go with a big stinger. Okay, get it out of my house. I take it back. I'm buggist. I'm stingerist. This is bad. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna get, like, omega canceled for this later. Whenever we have, like, bug people roaming the earth, they're gonna be like, fucking lynch that guy. And that's not good. We're close. I think we're pretty close. Oh, God. Can you imagine what the bug uprising is gonna look like, though? Like, whenever they're finally here? You're gonna see these big, like, praying mantis people? Oh! My D-pad! I thought that could go up. Oh. It'd be just like Hollow Knight. Dude, it'd be just like Hollow Knight. You can see these big bug people walking around. You could, like, ride on a beetle. Dude, imagine how magical that would be. That would be incredible. Portal 2 army of mantis men? Mantis men. All I'm saying is, be nice to the bugs now before they get ya later. This is probably how a lot of people feel about, like, AI, right? Because they're probably like, oh god, when the robot overlords take over, you know, that's gonna look real bad. That's gonna be, like really bad. I think we should be nice to them now so they don't get us in their crosshairs later on. This is bad. Really bad. Escape. Escape plan working. Escape plan working! Escape plan not working! Oh. Holy shit. I don't know, I don't think it's unreasonable to think that, you know, maybe we'll have some sort of advanced life at some point on Earth. Does anybody here believe in aliens? Uh-oh, guys, I think think the stress pills are wearing off. I don't know. I just think maybe that it's not like too, it's not too out there to think that maybe we're not alone in the universe and maybe there's mantis people out there. Maybe the AI will like become sentient. I really don't want that. I don't want that. I'm just saying. You know, who knows? Hasn't it already... Okay, dystopian question of the night. Has AI already exhibited any signs of consciousness? What drugs did Meikou consume today, guys? I already said it earlier. It was just some stress pills. Not pills, they're gummies, but still. I don't know, it's interesting to think about these things. We couldn't possibly be alone in the world. Grok, my beloved. I can't say my beloved to any AI because I don't use AI. I don't use large language models. I don't really care for those. And also I think that generative AI is for noobs, which is a 2010s thing to say, but I mean, hey, the meme reset happened and you know, we got to bring some of these things back. Get well soon. Not being serious, by the way. I figured. Not consciousness, but it's avoided being shut down before. That's scary shit, man. That's scary shit. Anyways, who wants to play, Goonies? The Goonies. Goonie. I have two. I don't have the first one. Goonies? What the what? Bullshit. Unlicensed. No Goonies? Unbelievable. Oh, we should try out the Zelda. The Zelda. As my grandfather would say.
Hey, you try out that Zelda? Grandpa's playing the Zelda.
Get me in here. Aw, dude. It's a little gross looking. The mountain is, at least. Well, hold on. Let's see the intro crawl. Many years ago, Prince Darkness Ganon stole one of the Triforce with power. Princess Zelda had one of the Triforce with wisdom. She divided it into 8 units to hide it from Ganon before she was captured. Go find the 8 units linked to save her. All of the treasures. Heart. Container heart. Fairy. Clock. Rupee. 5 rupees. Life potion. Second potion. Letter. Food. Sword. White sword. Magical sword. Magical shield. Boomerang. Magical boomerang. Bomb. Bow. Arrow. Silver arrow. Blue candle. Red candle. Blue ring. Red ring of death. Power bracelet. Recorder. Shroud. Step ladder. Magical rod. Book of magic. Key. Magical key. Map. Compass. The Triforce. Please look up the manual for details. Damn, this game has a lot of shit in it. For an NES game. Register your name. Alright. Oh, wow. It's a little weird looking. You can see the grid lines. Also, Link has a box around him for some reason. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. This is the part where we stab him. See you, nerd. Oh, man. Retro game manuals were sick. I wish people still made them. You know, my favorite one of my favorite memories of playing games when I was younger was the physical, like, having the game case, and then on the way home, when your parents are driving you home, reading the game manual on the way home. That's, like, not a thing that really happens anymore. Kids don't really get that experience anymore because, like, you know, all video games, you can just buy them on the fucking digital storefront. It's the same idea of, like, you know, I used to rent movies from Blockbuster, and that was an experience in and of itself. Because when you rent movies physically, you could go to the store, and then you could look at the physical case, you could look at the art on the front of the box, and that would be what pushes you to get a movie. And I think that there's something that we just lost along the way that really... It's really sad that we lost it. Because somewhere along the way, we just lost all of these pieces of physical media, and it's very difficult to get those types of experiences now. Because if you want to watch a movie, typically you're gonna have to go to like Netflix or like some streaming service to do that. Unless you're a pirate, then you could just go download it. I'm not saying that I condone that, I'm just saying that that does happen, and it's a thing that exists. Did I get bombs? I got bombs already. Watch this. Yeah! Oh, shit! I didn't know that would go through the trees. Oh, are these likes? What's going on? Whoa. I don't think I need to kill everything, but... I mean, it's cool to just... be seeing all of this. Pea-hats! I know what those are! Pea-hats! This is, like, really grating to listen to, but... this song in particular reminds me of the Angry Video Game Nerd, and I don't know why. Classic. Classic. Love Zelda. I think Donkey Kong we should play a little bit of. I haven't tried Donkey Kong in 3D yet. So fuck it. Look at this! That's a pretty solid title. Ooh, this is a pretty solid looking game! There were some very creative manuals too, like the Star Tropics one or the Earthbound one. This game stinks! Yeah, I would love to play... Fuck, I've never beaten Earthbound, but I know pretty much the entire story. I would love to play through all of Earthbound at some point, so maybe that'll be on the list of games we need to play. But I was thinking the next RPG we're gonna play, since I don't play a ton of them, is probably gonna be Chrono Trigger. But don't hold me to that, because I don't know for sure yet. Also, I mean, we need to finish... We've got 3 games we need to finish. One of which is a lot shorter than the others. At least I would assume Twilight Princess is shorter than Half-Life 2. Maybe I'm wrong. But we do need to finish Silent Hill F before, like, I think March. Because Resident Evil Requiem is coming out! And I would like to play that. And I don't want to have 2 horror games going at the same time. I don't think my heart could take it. Which is funny, considering some of the stuff I've said on stream before, which is that horror games don't generally scare me, and they don't. You can get squished on that? What the fuck? They generally don't scare me. What scares me is the jump scares, but I fucking hate jump scares. And that's kind of the problem. Fall damage. Fall damage exists. Game over. Game over. Oh my god, elevator action is on here? What the fuck? I love elevator action. No lie, like, I genuinely... Okay, story time. Back when I was a kid, my dad bought a bootleg NES off of the Home Shopping Network. The Home Shopping Network was showing off a bootleg NES that had like 200 games on it. And this was one of the games. I loved playing this when I was a kid. This and Pac-Land, the 2D Pac-Man side-scroller. So this game, you need to shoot people. You need to go down the elevator. Got to dodge bullets. I think you can shoot the lights to turn the lights out? I can't remember. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. But this is a classic. And there comes like points towards the bottom where you can go downstairs. Wow, how cool does that sound, chat? But the idea is, it's you're going down like a skyscraper. I think this is a pretty interesting concept. And the elevator has left. And now I have no choice but to wait for it to come back up. And this guy's gonna try to get on the elevator, but we're going to fucking murder him. And now we go back down. A lot of people are probably gonna say this game is boring. I think we can go in this door. Yes, we can get a briefcase. Give me the briefcase. Oh, I got it. Got the briefcase. And now we can go down the elevator. Multiple elevators. I don't know, guys. This was like cool to me back in the day. This, and then I would pretend that... Whoa, shit! I would pretend that Spy Hunter was a sequel to this game, or like a prequel. And I would play Spy Hunter so that I could like drive the car. And then I would play this as if it was like before the escape sequence, you know? So I would play this, and then I would play Spy Hunter, or in reverse, whichever I felt like. You guys are learning. You know, you had to use your imagination back in the day. While Spy Hunter was not a direct sequel to this game and had nothing to do with this game, you know, in my mind, I made them connect. And I think there's a certain charm to that. Also, this is another thing that explains why I am the way that I am. Because I love playing somebody squash this guy. Yes! Yeah! I love playing so many different types of games. And I think it explains a lot about me because, you know, I had that little shitty NES with 200 games on it. It makes a lot of sense why I enjoy playing so many different types of games. Because when I was a kid, I had so many options to choose from, which was the best possible outcome if you were a kid, to have that many different types of games. Whoa, he blocked me with the door. Now, I know this is probably very riveting gameplay for everybody watching, but, you know, come on. Come on, give me a break. Oh, he's trying to force the elevator up, but I want it to go down. Okay, I think I need to have it come up. We'll go down with it. Now I need to wait here. Well, the 3D's a little weird on the perspective sometimes. I think I can just make a race for the bottom now, though. Yeah, there we go. And then this is the part where you go ahead and you leave the game, and then you open up Spy Hunter and you pretend like you're driving away. I'm just saying, that's how you play it. That's the canonical way to play it in my mind. Oh, man. These games, I think it's pretty obvious that NES games bring out a lot of memories for me, and that's a good thing for me. I really do enjoy a good NES game, and just being able to play like back to back to back, play a bunch of different ones is very nice. But you know, I think one of these days it might be beneficial for me to just go ahead and buy another NES. Or like a Super Nintendo or something. Because, I mean, do I still have a Super Nintendo? I might have a Super Nintendo laying around somewhere. I would need to look. But, I don't know. The things I'm most interested in playing with like a real NES or a real Super Nintendo would be like the peripheral games. Stuff where you need peripherals to actually play them, like the Super Scope or the NES Zapper. I think a lot of the NES Zapper games specifically are very interesting. Oh, we should play Mega Man. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. This is the shit right here. Yeah. And then... Oh, this is not the one with Crashman, unfortunately. Crashman's stage theme was so good. Let's try Cutman. Let's try Cutman. Hey, by the way, flashing warning for anyone watching the stream. Holy shit. Damn, I'm gonna be honest. This screen is hell to look at. I feel bad for anyone watching this past like 10 p.m. Holy shit, which is a lot of people right now. Oh boy. Fuck this screen, man. Whoa! So I don't have my charge shot in this one. Was that a Mega Man 2 thing? I don't remember. I have beaten both Mega Man 1 and Mega Man 2, but that was on WiiWare. That was a long time ago. That was a super long time ago. That was back when I was playing Cave Story on the Wii. Jesus Christ, that's tough to think about. Classic Mega Man games are bangers. Yeah, these are awesome. Mega Man always, like, it never fails to make me think of Brental Floss. If anybody remembers who Brental Floss is. That might be like a YouTube boomer reference, but I don't really care. Oh my god, I'm getting my ass kicked. I think I can kill these. They just take a lot of shots. Yeah, I can. Okay, be careful here. That's health. I need that. That's not health, I lied. Could I get some health, though? That would be really helpful. Is this health? That's not health either. Ooh. Oh boy, oh no. Ooh, that classic sprite slowdown. Oh shit. Oh, what an exceedingly lucky drop. Wow, 2 lives? I should go buy a lottery ticket. I don't think I've ever seen 2 lives drop like that in Mega Man before. A little bit of health. Whoa. Also, since you said you've never played Battle Kid, they're fairly similar to Mega Man. Just imagine the difficulty level is high on crack. Okay, that's probably too much for me. Can we do a quick, like, health farm here? I think we can. Well, it's not too quick. If he was on the ground already, we could. Oh, this is gonna be hard to judge. I'll tell you what, I'll just leave. I don't need to be here. Oh, Jesus, man. Oh, fuck me. Uh-oh. He's standing a little higher than I thought he would. Ugh. There we go. Not that that really did anything, but, I mean, hey. We're going to die here at some point. So if you die in Mega Man, does it, uh-oh. Does it respawn you on the same screen? I can't remember. Because if it takes you all the way back to the beginning, I'm gonna shit my pants. I don't even have the slide. Oh, this is purely Mega Man run and shoot. Uh-oh. But it's good. It's good. I genuinely do like these types of games. Open up. There you go. It's 11 here. Uh-oh. Sorry. Whoa! Alright, so not quite the beginning of the stage. Oh! Not quite the beginning of the stage, but about halfway through. That was a devious spawn. Holy fuck. I think it was right about here. Yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can sneak my way through. Ooh, look at that! Look at that! Some precise platforming here. Also, I'm not really giving it enough credit. This really, it looks great for 3D. Oh! Oh! Alright, this guy. Just gotta fucking pound him. Yeah, there you go. There's probably two of them. No, there's not two of them. Dude, I remember there being so many janky-ass glitches you could do with the doors in Mega Man. Especially in 2. There were some weird glitches you could pull off. Alright, cuts, man. Alright, jump up. Do me a favor, jump up. That's not quite what I wanted, but sure. Cutman! 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 Oh, Cutman's beating my ass. Oh, Cutman's out here beating my ass. Whoa! Oh, I gotta do this section again? Dude, come on. Fuck you. Alright, well, maybe I'll do better now that I have, like, a full health bar. Almost. Okay. Cool. Yeah, jump right into him. Yeah! He just wants to cover you. That's, like, that's his prerogative, man. He just wants to cover you. And that is not cool with me. Oh, shit! Oh, it's getting down to the wire! Woo! Now I've got your power. I knew you'd risk yourself for Mr. Lincoln. Man, what a classic. What a classic. Oh, man. Also, me saying that reminded me of Captain N. if anybody remembers Captain N, there's a disgusting rendition of the Eggplant Wizard from Kid Icarus in that show, but I love him dearly. Let's see what else we've got here. There was something that caught my eye earlier. I'd love to play Zelda 2, but we did already play a Zelda. Let's try Pac-Man. Let's try some good old Pac-Man. Classic, no nonsense. There's two of them. I'll try this one. It seems like this one is working. Also, chat, for anyone who didn't know, this was like the probably the first good version of Pac-Man that came out at home. The version before this, or, well, multiple. There were a couple different versions, I believe, but the most infamous one was Pac-Man for the Atari 2600, which was so ass compared to the real Pac-Man. Some of you who are younger might be watching this VOD and think, well, this is ass. And to that, I raise you, no, Fortnite is. I jest. I do say that in jest. But no, this was peak back then, man. This was peak, man. Let's go for the extra points. Fuck it. Fuck it. Ooh, get me out of here. Oh! Split-second decisions here. Split-second decisions. Captain N was weird. You'd think they'd have the rights to the games, but they're all rip-off versions. Yeah, pretty much. There was Atari's Flashman. I don't know what Flashman is. I missed out on that one. You ever heard of Custer's Revenge? Don't look that one up, kids. If Fortnite added the Marlboro Man, I'd cave and start playing? What do you mean, the Marlboro Man? Uh-oh, here comes Pac-Man. I'm high on crack! Want a freebase? No, Pac-Man, drugs are bad! Pussies! Wow! Flashman is what people called the Pac-Man port. Oh, I thought that was like an illegal bootleg. This is illegal, you know. I think I might have a card of Pac-Man for the Atari 2600. I definitely did a long time ago, but unfortunately my Atari 2600 is that's something that melted in the great fire that took literally all of my belongings. Nope, can't help you, man. Does anybody else remember the Pac-Man animation called The Pill, where Pac-Man runs into a Jamaican drug store and he's like, I can't find the pill! I need to find the pill! And it's animated in the most grotesque looking way possible. Like, it looks horrific. It looks disgusting. And the guy behind the counter is like, yeah, man, we got pills right over here, man. Look, this one right here. I think this is what you're looking for. And it's like, it's got to be like crack or something. I don't know. It's those old YouTube animations, man. They've been seen by so many people. I feel like tons of people will know what I'm talking about there. Uh-oh, here comes Pac-Man. What else do we have here? I'll do one more for tonight. Oh, they do have Mega Man 2. I don't know why that wasn't next to Mega Man 1. Mega Man 2 and 3 are separated from Mega Man 1. That's very odd. Oh, maybe it's because they're on pages like this. It was fentanyl. I was at the store when Pac-Man bought it. Ah. I will trust this 100% without any questions, chat member. Fentanyl. Isn't fent a new drug, or is it? I don't know, man. I don't know anything about drugs. I don't do those. Says the weed smoker. I haven't smoked weed in a long time. I haven't smoked it in a long time. I also haven't eaten in a long time either, so get over it. Come on, man. Bubble Bobble. I remember Bubble Bobble. It's the one with the little dinosaurs and they shoot bubble. I'll tell you what, we'll do Castlevania. Castlevania's got some good-ass music. Castlevania. It's used in hospitals for a bunch of things, I think. Really? Fentanyl is used in hospitals? I didn't know this. Like how ketamine is a tranquilizer? See, I don't know these things because I don't look into them. I also don't do them. So I wouldn't have known. But, damn, they really just give you the full fucking whip power-up right before you go in here. This game is great, chat. If you've never played Castlevania, go play Bloodstained or something, because, like, that's probably better. But Castlevania is really good. I'm a big fan of the Metroidvania ones that came out. Like, Symphony of the Night is one of my favorite games ever. I love Symphony of the Night. I think that game is pretty much perfect. It is really fucking good. There's not much I would change about Symphony of the Night. Doing the inverted castle as well is such a cool part. I don't know. These older Castlevanias, they're alright. I've never beaten an old Castlevania. I've gotten pretty far in Castlevania 3 just because that one had the most interesting gameplay. That one had the character switching. But I will... Hey, is there wall chicken down here? I will say... No wall chicken. I'm a big fan of Dracula X. Big fan, huge motherfucking fan of Super Castlevania. That game is incredible. That game is really, really good. And then, of course, Symphony of the Night is just fucking unparalleled. Literally so good. Here's the wall chicken. We're gonna go down here where the fishmen are. Oh my god. Dracula X is probably my favorite one too. It's really good. I'd say that's one of the better Castlevanias. I actually did pick up the 2D and the 3D Castlevania Lords of Shadow recently. And I've been meaning to play those, but I think I tried to play them and something was wrong with them on Steam. I didn't even know what this thing does. Is it invincibility? It is. Stop following me. The reason I don't try looking for illegal drugs is that I'm so stupid. I'm scared I'll look like a cop. First mini-boss. You can fuck this guy up if you know what you're doing. Just like that. I have had people offer me, like, a lot of weird designer drug type shit. Like, I know people that do harder drugs. I've had someone offer me mushrooms before. I declined. I've told people in the past that the only thing I am comfortable doing and will ever do is weed. I'm not going to do anything else ever if I can avoid it. But even then, you know, like, I've been offered mushrooms, I've been offered acid. Acid's crazy. I'm not doing that. That's not happening. I still think one of my favorite stories, drug stories, is whenever I went over to a friend's house a long time ago. This was when I was still... I was probably in high school, or I was fresh out of high school. I cannot remember, but I was like 17, 18 at the time. Somewhere in that age range, motherfuck. And I just remember I went over to my friend's house. Friend had an extremely large, like, well-decorated, beautiful house. His parents did, not him. I don't know why I said him. And he had like 8 or 9 of us over, like a ton of his friends over one night. And we're all hanging out, like basically throwing a party at the house. This was around the time that the PS3 was nearing the end of its life cycle and the PS4 was like kind of taking over. I'm getting my ass beat right here. But, yeah, there's a ton of us over, and there are drugs, there is alcohol at this party, and typically, when I went to parties, I would be the person that is, like, the holder of the keys. Nobody leaves the house if they're drunk. I am taking care of them. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I just wanted to chill out, have fun, and, like, play video games with everybody and enjoy myself. And most nights, that's what I would do. This particular night, I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll have... I didn't intend on going home that same night. Because we already had plans. I'm just gonna roll it back, chat. I wanna play this while I talk. I typically didn't go home... Or I typically did go home after I made sure that everybody was, like, fucking tucked into bed. Had a little kiss. Made sure they were alright. Didn't have their fucking keys. I put them all in a nice little dish. And then they could all go grab them in the morning. In the morning. But... No, I would typically do that. And that particular night, I was just like, you know what? No, I'm gonna have a drink. I'm gonna have a little bitty drink. And, I'm gonna, you know, I didn't plan on this, but they had weed there. That was the first time I'd ever done any sort of, drug, ever, in my life. It was there. I was freaking out before they gave it to me, because I was like, what if something goes wrong? What if what if this, what if that? And they were like, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Just chill out. And I was like, okay, sure. And I just remember... I remember that was there. And then the guy who was hosting... he gave it to me. And I took a big puff off of this thing. And he was like, okay, now hold it in. And I was like, you got it, Chief. I'm sitting there. I hold it in. And then I release through my nose. And it burned like crazy. But I didn't cough, and I didn't sneeze or anything. And he looks at me, and he's like, bro, what did you just do? And I was like, what are you talking about? What did I just do? What the fuck are you talking about? I was like, I did what you told me to do. And he was like, I know you did, but you didn't... Have you done this before? And I was like, no. And he's like, okay, you just handled that like a fucking champ. Awesome. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you didn't cough at all. I was like, yeah, you're not supposed to. You said to hold it in and then let it go, and I did. Oh my god, Medusa! Eat shit, Medusa. People underestimate how crazy the clock is in this game. But yeah, that happened. And then I was like drunk, and then I was drunk. I'm still drunk. I was drunk, and then I was also high. And then I was like, this is horrible. I don't want to do this ever again. And then we go to bed. Like, we literally all pass out. One of us passes out on the floor. Two of us are in the bed. And I wake up at like 6 in the morning after these guys, you know, we all probably went to bed at like fucking 2 a.m. I wake up at 6 and I'm sitting here like, I gotta go home. I gotta go home. I gotta go home. I gotta go home. I'm freaking out. I gotta go home. Little did I know, you know, I probably still had like alcohol in my system. I wasn't drunk, but you know, it was one of those things where you just kind of have the feeling that you could still feel it. I wasn't hungover, no. But that happened, and then I woke up the guy next to me. I shook him awake, and I'm still friends with this guy. We talk about this from time to time, but I shook him awake. I was like, hey man, I'm leaving. And he was like, okay, why'd you have to wake me up to say that, man? And I was like, I'm sorry. I just felt rational at the time. Looking back, yeah, I didn't have to wake this motherfucker up, but I just did it because I was like, I'm worried that they're gonna not know where I am. So, after I fucking rudely woke this man up, I was like, alright, I'm going home. Whatever, man, shut the fuck up, I'm trying to sleep. Okay, I'm sorry. I drove home after, like, going outside and looking out onto the lake for, like, a good 5 minutes and just being like, wow, this is beautiful. I went home. My dad was like, hey, where were you last night? And I was like, oh, I was over at a friend's house. I was like, ah, cool, all right. And then that was that. That was a crazy night. Wild. I know people will say like, oh, I've had crazier nights. Okay, whatever, dude. We all have, right? I don't know. It's just, it's such an out of character story for me now. Because now I, first off, would never go to a party with like more than a couple people and stay the night. Fuck that. That's annoying. I don't care about that. I already think people are like kind of annoying to be around in general. So, you know, sometimes it's a little overwhelming. And, I don't hate people. I just get tired easy. It's a social battery type situation, you know? Whoa! This isn't a dick measuring contest. That was my crazy night. I don't care about your pregnancy scare. So, I mean, it's not like that. I feel like everything is a dick measuring contest nowadays. I watched one of Vinny's pre-streams recently about the term Unk-Slop and how people are calling old games Unk-Slop. Which, technically, this would be Unk-Slop, I guess. You know, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. But, you know, people are coming up with, like, new derogatory terms to make fun of things that people enjoy, and I agree. I think it's a little sad. I think we go through so much nowadays. We are in unprecedented times pretty much every fucking day, and it's really annoying and kind of hard to live through. And I think a lot of people should just be a little more accepting of what other people like. Punk slop. Oh, I hate this boss. Fuck. Yeah, I remember this. I think Frankenstein comes after this. I can't remember. It's been a while. But yeah, that's Castlevania. Man, this is a good one. My most irrational drug fear is I say something incredibly offensive and out of character and people think I'm actually like that. Yeah, I feel like if I got like Omega high like I used to get, I would probably say some shit that I don't mean or something completely off the wall that is like, wow, that sounds like I don't know, Xbox chat from like 2007. And it's like, no, no. I don't want it to sound like that. Oh boy. This is fun. This is really cool. Really, really cool. We got a lot of very strange and interesting stories out of me tonight by just playing some Unk Slop. Look, it's not slop. This is fantastic. I love these old games dearly, and it's gonna be a sad day whenever the AI overlords and the praying mantis people pry these games from my cold, dead hands. Anyways, this was fun. This was pretty fun. I enjoyed myself. But we're gonna go ahead and end the stream for tonight. It's a little bit of a late night. I didn't mean to stay up this late and you know, play random video games, but sometimes that's just what happens. Sometimes it's just the way the cookie crumbles. I want to thank you all for coming by. Thank you so much for coming by, chat. Thank you. And if you enjoyed yourself, make sure to hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and for YouTube, hit the bell icon for notifications. But aside from that, thank you so much for coming by. I really, really do appreciate it. It's always fun. We'll have more stream tomorrow. Keep an eye out. And with that, I'm going to let you go for tonight. Have a great rest of your night, chat. Enjoy yourselves. Check in on your loved ones. Check in on yourself. And goodbye.